This morning, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's delayed flight has taken off. The Prime Minister's flight, remember, was delayed by an hour thanks to the weather conditions and the visibility conditions in the national capital. And this flight was delayed by an hour. This was a dense fog that actually grounded the Prime Minister's flight this morning in Delhi city. Right now, it's taken off. It delayed the Prime Minister's three-nation tour. The Prime Minister's flight was for a three-nation tour. Poor visibility at the Delhi airport has forced the Prime Minister's flight to take off late. The departure flight was for a three-nation tour of Jordan, Ethiopia and Oman. This was impacted by poor visibility that is being seen across the Delhi National Capital Region. The Prime Minister was scheduled to leave at 8:30 a.m. but his flight was delayed. The Prime Minister is in a three-nation tour and this flight now has taken off is the information that we have with us at this point in time. Ethiopia, Jordan and Oman. This was the Prime Minister's visit to three countries. This was in connection with signing a free trade agreement. He was to take off at 8:30 a.m. this morning, but this flight was delayed thanks to the weather conditions and the poor visibility in the national capital region. He's finally now left is what we know. These are images of the Prime Minister leaving at this point in time. The flight was delayed like we reported because of the dense fog conditions. And now they're getting in more details. This is unprecedented. Thick, dense fog in the national capital also affecting the Prime Minister's travel plans here. Of course, Pranay, this was a three-nation tour. Finally, the Prime Minister has taken off this in big focus with the free trade agreement as far as his visit to these countries are concerned.
Absolutely, Sneha.
Yes.
Prime Minister has emplaned the aircraft, and we are just waiting for the confirmation of his
Yes.
takeoff. Prime Minister's flight got delayed by an hour and 30 minutes now because he was scheduled to take off at around 8:30 a.m. And now, because of this dense fog and the weather conditions in Delhi and around the airport area, because Prime Minister's flight also got delayed. And in fact, the officers, the crew, were waiting for the confirmation from the communications squadron of the Indian Air Force for the takeoff of Prime Minister's special flight, which takes off usually from the Parliament technical area, which is the Air Force base. And there is now indication that at any moment Prime Minister's aircraft can be airborne. But this is going to be a very important tour of Prime Minister Narendra Modi of Africa and West Asia, because Prime Minister's first stop will be Jordan. He will be landing in Amman, the capital of Jordan, where he'll be holding important meetings with the King of Jordan. In fact, there will be a lot of bilateral engagement of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Jordan, and thereafter he'll be leaving for Ethiopia's Addis Ababa, which is the place for the capital of the African Union's headquarters as well. And India is also planning to host an India Africa Forum Summit next year. And there are preparations going on, and besides that, after that, Prime Minister will be leaving for Oman, where the comprehensive economic partnership agreement will be signed in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Sultan of Oman. So this is a very eventful and very important engagement of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As far as in next 4 days, he will be visiting three countries, and in all three countries, India have significant engagement. In Jordan, we have civilizational ties with Jordan. We have business ties with Jordan, and in Ethiopia we have historical linkages with Ethiopia, because with Ethiopia, with the Eastern African country, there is only sea between India and Ethiopia. So you can very well understand that the historical links of trading links between India and Ethiopia, and India want to expand its footprint. There are a lot of Indian teachers. There's a lot of goodwill in all these three countries for India, and Prime Minister visit is going to cement India's goodwill. And in fact, this visit is going to further strengthen the India's partnership and India's strategic footprint in these areas.
Well, absolutely. Also, Pranay, talk to us about the big deliverables here as far as the three-nation tour really is concerned. What is expected? What are the kind of deals to be signed here as far as business with these countries are concerned? What can India expect?
As far as the Jordan is concerned, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first stop will be Amman. You will recall that Prime Minister's this is going to be the full visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Jordan, because previously he used or in fact his visit to Jordan was only a stopover when he was in his route on his way to Ramallah in Palestine. But this time, the Jordan was expecting Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit and make it a full state visit kind of engagement with Jordan, and therefore Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to Jordan, and there in Jordan he will be having a meeting with the King Abdullah of Jordan, and besides that, the Crown Prince of Jordan and Prime Minister of Jordan. As far as the engagements are concerned, and as far as the deliverables are concerned, in Jordan, there are a significant number of Indian companies which are already there and have formed their JVs in Jordan. In the qualified economic zone of Jordan, there are many textile companies of Indian origin, and NRIs have
Yes.
established many Indian entities there. And it is going to India is looking at an expansion of the economic ties with
Right.
Jordan.
We will
So
continue
that,
to discuss that. Pranay Upadhyay getting in those details and telling us about the Prime Minister's three-nation visit here. Finally, the flight, after much delay, has taken off.